Okay, y'all, so here's how we're going to transform a tween bedroom for under $500, furniture included, and the exact three-step design formula you can copy in any space, no matter your budget. Listen, I'm a mom of five, so I've done this a time or two. Let's get started. Okay, y'all, so let's start with our room diagnosis. Let's look at what's kind of going wrong in this room. So first of all, it's kind of flat, everything blends together, a little blah. There's really no focal point, and there's no space for a tween to be a tween. You know, for their homework, gaming, escaping siblings, all of that stuff. On a little side note, if you want a printable version of kind of how to diagnose your own space, I'll link that in the description for you. I've created a free little guide, so we can do that. But let's move on to step number one, which is creating a focal point. So the fastest way to make a room look designed is to create a focal point. So for this room, you know, the bed wall is going to be our star. I brought in a black metal frame for contrast, and this creates instant, this room has a plan type of energy, plus it adds a little more grown-up vibe for that tween who's kind of trying to figure out who they are. They're not a little kid anymore, but they're not quite a teenager yet. So let's move on to step two, which is creating our functional zone. So tween rooms are not just bedrooms, they are little micro apartments. So I gave this space a little workplace by the window. It's clean, bright, simple, minimal styling, still tucked in. Love a practical, functional design. They have a little macrame wall hanging for their pictures and fairy lights, of course. So let's move on to the fun part. It is starting to actually bring the room together, making it cozy, the graphic rug for structure. We added some warm bedding for personality. The boho basket wall, texture for days. Looks expensive, but really isn't. Matching lamps for balance, and of course those fairy lights again, because you know every tween just loves little lights, little Christmas lights. I love those, also those neon or like the LED strips where you can create the different colors, so that would be great in here too. So let's talk about this. Before we get to the final reveal, let's talk about why these Amazon pieces actually work, and I'll link them in the description if you'd like to take a look at them. So every item I chose kind of does a job. The rug pulls the whole palette together. The bed frame adds contrast and a little maturity. The basket wall is giving luxe vibes on a budget. Bedding warmth without the kitty vibes. Fairy lights, we've already talked about that. It's the tween love language. I love this. But a side note here, like I've picked furniture and I thought, you know, it was really great being able to get all of this, you know, the nightstands, the bed frame, and the desk, and all these other elements for under $500. But you can totally use the furniture you already have, and that's a total budget win. I am always down for distressing, painting, refinishing some type of furniture, so don't think you have to buy new. Around here, thriftiness and resourcefulness are total queens. Okay, and here is the final room reveal. This is our full transformation, $500, same walls, same curtains, same flooring, totally different space. So you do not need a full remodel. I am 100%, that's what I preach all the time. You don't need to get everything. You can just kind of use what you already have, make it good enough, make it better. But you do need a focal point, you need a functional zone, and good layering. That's it. And you can totally do this. By the way, again, if you want a written guide that walks you through how to diagnose your own room the way I did here, I made a free room diagnosis sheet for you. Just click the link in the description and I'll send it to your inbox. And also stay tuned for this, because in the near future, I'm going to be taking viewers' rooms to diagnose and feature on future videos. So if you love real budget-friendly makeovers without the fluff, hit subscribe, because we are doing this all year long. Bye, y'all!